Tom, New Year's Eve, you started 2024 with a 2-0 win over Colchester United Under-18s. You're ending it here. How do you reflect back on the year?
Yeah, when you put it like that, it sounds a pretty crazy one, to be honest. I wouldn't have put myself in this seat when that result came in, but no, it's been some journey, and I'm happy to take that step forward at this football club. So yeah, I hope there's as much progression for me and for the club in the next 12 months. But yeah, it's certainly been enjoyable.
What's been the most memorable moment of the year?
Good question. I'd have to say that off the top of my head, put on the spot, the Birmingham game, my first game as head coach or interim head coach. Not our best performance, but a result that was full of enjoyment, relief, madness, and yeah, it was one that certainly stands out to me.
How pleased have you been with the development of your players over the course of the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole reason why I got into this career. I came back to this club as a player and saw that there were certainly young players that I could help. I'm passionate about doing that, and I've taken that into my new role. So to see the likes of Bar coming out of League One and then really taking this league by storm, and Mattie Pollock developing into the player he is, and I could name a lot of players that I feel like I've seen a lot of development in. But that's a side of the job that I get a lot of satisfaction from.
Has there been anything that you've started in 2024 that's not perhaps gone the way you want, that in 2025 you're going to look to really work on?
Again, you're full of good questions today. I think the two that stand out would be to be ahead at half time more and win more away points. So they'll be my two New Year's resolutions.
It's the halfway stage of the season. 7th in the league, but you've got a game in hand over a few above. Is this where you wanted to be?
Again, I think it's a decent points return. 37 points at the halfway stage. Normally that points per game ratio normally sees you in the mix. I think it's something that we're proud of. Yes, I feel like there's progression, but I also feel like there's scope for improvement, and that's the exciting part, and that keeps us all driving forward. That I certainly see. Yes, it's a successful first half of the season, but I feel like we can improve to really solidify our position in that top six.
What's been the assessment of Rojo and Imran Louza after Sunday's game?
Rocco's going to have a fitness test this morning, so that one I'll find out in about an hour. But Rocco, that's the situation, and Imran's a doubt. We're going to have to give Imran another 24 hours. I'm not saying he won't be in the squad and might not have some part to play without a training session, but Imran's a big doubt.
Are there any other team news ahead of tomorrow?
No, just Tom Delbashiru's positive news. He'll join the group at the end of the week, so that's a real positive for us. Kevin Kebben not long behind him, maybe the start of next week. Rejoins the group, so positive news on that front.
It's the first time you would have played a team for the second time in the league. Does that impact your preparations in any way? Yeah,
well, especially with it being so soon after we've played them, it makes our lives as coaches a little bit easier. That we can go back to watch the game we played with them, and maybe that footage is a little bit more relevant. But it's something that I'm looking forward to doing, seeing how we both adapt to each other and what we saw 4 weeks ago. But it's this league, even the same players against each other a week later can produce a massively different performance and result, and it's the consistency we're all craving.
The last couple of days, it's been the first time you've had to digest a home defeat as a head coach. How have you found that? Yeah,
again, I'm getting better at. You're never at the top of the mountain, and you're never at the bottom of the ocean. I'm somewhere between quite consistently. Maybe not during the 90 minutes of football, but in terms of the week's preparation, and now more than ever, because I have 48 hours to prepare for Queen's Park Rangers as soon as Cardiff's finished. So I've been pretty emotionally stable this week. I think once we reflect on the whole festive period, it'll hurt that the runs come to an end. But yeah, all good things come to an end, I suppose.
What kind of threat do you think QPR can pose you tomorrow?
They're a good team. They're a good team. Having watched their last game against Norwich, I thought they were excellent first half. Maybe they were in a little bit of a false position because some of the performances and results that they've had, and it's a team that I really have a lot of respect for, and they look well organised. They look like a group of players that are really working hard for each other, and it'll be a tough test.
Going on now, you've said in the past you like your darts. Have you had a chance to catch the World Championships, and if so, who are you backing?
I tend to catch one game in the evening, so whenever the football's finished in the evening, I put the last game on, or the feature game of the darts, and yeah, so I thought Peter Wright was excellent against Humphreys, and Luke Littler going through last night. So with his United links, I'll say Littler.
And then how will you see in the new year tonight?
In a hotel, preparing for Queen's Park Rangers. Being honest, I probably won't see it in. So yeah, nothing rock star about my life over Christmas, I'm afraid.
And you've spoken about the New Year's resolutions for the team. Have you got any personal New Year's resolutions?
Maybe I think reflect more would be one, and still try and do my half an hour's exercise every morning, but I'm a bit sloppy recently, so get back on track with that.
Brilliant. Cheers, Tom.
Cheers.